In 5, 4, 2, 1.
Yeah, no, we're live now, folks. We are here. It's a big hot Star Wars stream. What did I call it? I don't know where the title is.
This is your thing.
Big hot
Yeah.
Star Wars
Compliment.
guess off. That's what we're calling it. Big hot
Oh,
Star
it's a
Wars
guess
guess
off.
off. I
Guess
should
off.
maybe I
Hey.
should add. We're live already, but maybe I'll just add some text at the top.
So James, if you want people to watch this, we tell them to go to Twitch and look for what? What are they looking for here?
Twitch.tv/Stussy.
Okay,
Is that-
I'm going to post about this on my Twitter.
Nice.
This is gonna be chaos.
You know, lots of traffic on my Twitter, so I'm sure we'll ping a few viewers.
I'll find out about it from Twitter.
So
I
thanks,
follow you.
James.
That'll be good.
Select font 100% Comic Sans.
There's no Star Wars font?
That's a good question. I don't think there is.
There should be.
Yeah,
Can you make the Comic Sans just go up the screen?
What? No,
Yeah.
it's horizontal. We're not
Oh,
doing
God.
vertical here, folks.
Okay.
All right, folks. We've got one viewer. Who are you?
Nice.
Probably.
Probably
Which
Jesse.
one of us has it
Reveal
open
yourself
and
in the
one
chat.
of them-
have it open.
I have it open. I wanted to,
It's Luke.
I want to test it and see what it looks
It's Luke,
like.
100%.
Well, of course it is, because I said it was. I wasn't lying.
He's
All
not.
right,
I
I
think
tweeted
it's
it.
Luke.
I tweeted it, and watch those numbers climb.
That Luke has been viewing for 1 minute, folks.
What's he think so far? Can we ask
he
him?
He hasn't written anything in the chat.
Oh, we gotta get it. We gotta get him in the chat.
Okay, so we shouldn't watch the Twitch stream because of their answers. Is that correct?
Yeah.
No, I've changed the things that show up on the Twitch stream will not have the answers. So you can
Okay.
watch the Twitch stream and interact with the chat there if you want.
Can't wait to interact with my my little Ewoks.
Your little Ewok friends. All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's what I call your fans.
Yeah, I can't wait to communicate with those with all my little Imperials. You know.
That's right.
I'm gonna write a number on my hand from
Uh-huh.
1 to 100.
Oh.
I don't have any paper, otherwise I would do that there. Yeah, we're good.
Totally prepared.
Yeah. So, and it's gonna show up backwards because I think there's some sort of
Right,
mirror effect.
Because you're left.
96.
So you're each gonna guess, and then we're gonna go in the order of when reading answers. We're gonna start in the order of who is closest to who's furthest. So Seamus, you guess
Okay.
first.
Okay. Tatooine.
Wrong. Luke.
Wait, where's
Sorry.
the question?
I got confused quickly by
Which
James.
what number, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
guess a
it's
number
exactly
between
right.
1 and 100.
Was Seamus doing a bit there?
I think he's doing a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Kashyyyk.
God damn it. Jesse.
No.
Jesse, you're up.
Coruscant. Is that a one?
I got it.
I'm gonna
BB-8.
say 50. I'm gonna
Okay.
say right in the middle,
All right.
50.
We've officially ended the bit. Who's next?
BB-8.
We got a 50 on the board.
8.
99.
99. And Seamus?
8.
8. So the number was 69. You can see it's
I
backwards.
told
It looks
you
like,
guys.
Oh, this is gonna be a funny
It looks
stream.
like PD. So it's going to be Jesse first answering, and then it's going to be our beautiful boy Luke, and then it's going to be Seamus. And I think Seamus might have cheated so that he gets to answer last on everyone.
When you say a planet instead of a number, that'll happen.
You know what? We did that all for nothing. We're going to just rotate. So
What?
every
We cycle
question,
the order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every
that's what I was
question
gonna
we're going to
say.
cycle the order. That
Let's
doesn't
cycle
make
the
it-
order.
that
But
doesn't
I'm
make
happy
any
to start
sense.
off here. I'm happy to start off.
All right, folks. Here's what we're playing for. We are playing for a Star Wars Ziploc 66 snack collection. I don't know if the
So-
bags have Star Wars on them. Oh, they do. Look at that. Look at that. The bags have different Star Wars
So,
things on them.
They're plastic bags with pictures of Star Wars on them.
They're Ziploc bags, of brand name Ziploc bags with different Star Wars pictures. Unfortunately, almost exclusively from the new films. So
Well, yeah.
this probably should have been what we gave whoever loses, but if you win, you get this. So
Amazing.
Let's put it right.
As they call them in Star Wars,
A little prize.
Plastic
corner.
containment refreshment sealage.
Oh, he's been
pocket.
studying. He's been studying up.
Really up on this.
Last disclaimer, I know Luke again is the only one watching, but for those of you we have a second viewer, but it might be one of
Yeah,
you.
that's me.
Okay, that's Jeff. For those of you watching, this is not going to be a Star Wars fan-friendly stream. If you like Star Wars, it's probably going to make you sad. We're going to insult
Yeah.
it a lot. Most of the questions are about, here's 4 insane things, and 3 of them are actually from Star Wars. Which one is somewhat too stupid to be in it?
Too stupid for Star Wars?
Too stupid
No.
for Star Wars. It was hard to come up with these. It took a long time.
I believe
Okay.
it.
But we're gonna start off relatively simple. We're gonna start off straightforward. We got the scores here as well. You can see we got Jesse Burgon, Luke Cecilin, and Seamus Gibson.
Those are our Star Wars
are-
names.
You are welcome to Google those on Wikipedia because they all tie into Star Wars in real life. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can Google your Star Wars character alias.
We're gone, huh?
I'm gonna do it now.
How did
I
you
wanna know.
spell it?
Look them up. Look them up and see what you think of them. And then immediately close Wikipedia because it's cheating.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So it looks like Burgon was a human female who served as a colonel in the Galactic Empire during the early stages of its reign.
There you go.
Okay.
That's
I
probably the
I don't
best
know how I
one of
feel
the
about
three.
human female as a descriptor. It feels a little weirdly clinical.
You are a human female. That's okay. It's better than just being like an abstract concept.
Oh man.
I can't remember what Luke is. I think he's a type of equipment or a company.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
looking up Star Wars Luke, and nothing is coming up.
Yeah, because
It'll be the last name.
because
I thought.
Luke's your actual name.
I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
there's no Lukes in Star Wars, okay? We all know this.
Joe Gibson, Ed Gibson, Ian
So
Gibson.
it looks like
I'm not finding it.
Burgon. It looks like Burgon ordered a crew to shoot down some enemy missiles, but the sheer number of the missiles proved to be too many for their targeting systems. Realizing her fate had been sealed, Burgon could only utter "no" as the skybase erupted into flames, fractured and crashed into the sea below, killing Burgon and her entire crew.
That is truly tragic. All right, so I'll read you Luke's and Seamus's because since they're struggling here. Cecilin Medicinal Electronics was a small company that specialized in the production of medical technologies. Their products were designed primarily for use in the field. Cecilin Medicinal Electronics was responsible for the Psyduct E23 booster. We're not going to go into rabbit holes because there's a whole article on that booster. And then Gibson Robalto was a human male who served as a member of the... Ooh, I don't know if there's a question about this, so I'm not going to say what he's part of. During the Galactic Civil War. He was the head of his
Okay.
group with more badges than anyone in his platoon.
Holy.
He was particularly admired for having turned his uncle into the authorities after overhearing him making anti-Empire comments.
Nepotism.
Ooh.
Oh, he's a friggin' narc.
So we got Gibson Robalto, we got Luke Cecilin, and we got Jesse Burgon.
That's beautiful.
all right.
Can't wait.
First question. So the questions will be up in the stream, so if you're not sure, you can look there and see all 4 possible answers. Which of the following is not a planet in the Star Wars galaxy? A. Naboo. B. Dantooine. C. Melmac. Or D. Corellia. And we will start. We'll start from the top down. We'll start with Seamus.
Oh, I thought Jesse was first.
Now I'm gonna switch it up so we go in order.
Changing it.
Wow, I felt so good about guessing close to the number, but all right.
Right?
All right.
Value.
My answer is. Did I just say it out loud?
You just say it out loud, yeah.
Naboo.
A. Naboo.
Not a planet.
Jesse, you are up. You're on the clock.
So I've there's a clock.
You're well-
Um,
oh yeah, I was gonna do a clock. But no, we don't need a clock. If it's all 3 guesses,
we got
everyone, we
5
don't need a
viewers,
clock.
by the way. So this is
Jesus.
amazing.
5 viewers. Welcome in, viewers. Let us know
Yeah.
who you are and where you're from in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. So here's the thing. I think Tatooine is a planet. So I don't know that there'd be also one called Dantooine. That seems lazy. That said, I think I'm gonna go with Melmac. It's not in Star Wars. I don't think Melmac is a Star Wars planet.
I
Melmac.
think you're right. Actually, I wish I could change my answer.
No changing answers once they're on the
Yeah.
board. Neither of you did say what is though, so technically you're
Shit.
both wrong.
What is I mean, it's implied that we don't know what anything is.
It's implied, so we're not going to hold fast to that rule. And Luke, you are the last to guess in this beautiful first question.
Is it a guess?
I think it's actually pretty obvious if you look at it. Corellia can't be a planet in Star Wars because it is the opening battlefield of Star Fox. So,
Ooh.
check and mate. Folks, check and mate.
I think all of them are not. I think he's messing with us with this first
No,
question.
I don't.
The first question's a trick question, you're saying?
Yeah.
Folks, this was supposed to be the gimme, but only one of you
Oh.
got this right. I guess
Oh
that
my
makes
God.
sense since you all guessed different planets. Jesse is correct. Melmac
Ah.
is not a planet in the
That is
Alf.
Alf. That is
Alf's
Alf's
from
home
Melmac.
planet from the TV show Alf.
That is from Alf, and I have a
Oh,
little
no. And I-
little note or trivia thing for each one.
I know this because I did 3 episodes of a fan fiction podcast that I can't remember what it was called, but it was about Alf, and I did all the voices.
It
I think
was
called Alf,
Alf, yes, because you were all.
I did all the
voices.
voices,
Ah,
including Willie Tanner.
Incredible.
Luke, you were thinking Corneria.
Orneria, yes.
Oh, see, that's the trick. You tricked me with that because I got it wrong.
And Seamus, yours was just a terrible guess. Naboo is
Wait,
such a well-known planet.
So if Melmac, if I didn't know the Alf stuff, I would have definitely guessed Dantooine. Is Dantooine and Tatooine are both planets?
Dantooine is a planet. Dantooine is far too remote to make a practical test, as Grand Moff Tarkin said in Episode 4.
Ah, you would say
well,
that.
That was
Now that you
the
say it, I remember that line.
that was the planet where Princess Leia said there was a base and she lied.
Dantooine.
Which
so-
really, she deserved to have her planet destroyed for lying.
It's true. You shouldn't ever lie, folks.
Yeah, no,
Melmac was a planet located in the Aldente Nebula in the Andromeda Galaxy. It was located 6 parsecs past the Hydra Centaurus supercluster. It was non-spherical and made of Melmac. Melmac had green skies and blue grass, and it orbited a purple sun. However, on Turkey in the Straw Part 2, Alf claims that Melmac has an orange sky and green clouds. So, we're
See,
gonna,
this
we're all
is
gonna learn
why-
a lot.
This is why the Alf novels should have remained canon, because they explained a lot of this stuff.
That's
Did
true.
Alf have novels?
I'm sure.
Yeah, the Alf Expanded Universe novels.
Jesus.
I'm sure
There
there's
were
an
like
Alf
60
comic.
of them.
it's a bit.
I'm joking.
It's a good bit though.
It's a
because
beautiful
I'm
Star Wars has a
referencing the
couple.
Star Wars Expanded Universe.
All
So,
right.
wait, sorry, James. Did you
Yeah.
say it was made of Melmac?
It is made of Melmac. Yes, it's named after. I mean, technically, Earth is made of Earth, isn't it?
Well done.
Oh my god.
Very true. Mine's blown to bits, man.
That's
That's
It
that's
makes
actually
sense.
pretty good. Can't
Question
argue with that tautology.
Question 2. Again, we're starting with easy, so we got some easy ones here. Who was the primary leader of the faction that overthrew the Empire? So we're going to go A. Mon Mothma, B. Crix Maydeen, C. Jan Dodonna, or D. Leia Organa. And we'll start with Jesse this time.
Oh no! None of these are Alf related.
No, question 1 was the only Alf-related question,
Well,
folks.
My luck is going to turn. Okay, the leader of the primary faction who overthrew the Empire. I know. Okay, I shouldn't say how much I know. I shouldn't think this through because there's 2 other boys.
2 other men.
You don't want to help those boys. You guys are boys. You're boys. You're 0 out of 1 on the easiest question.
You will earn your men badge
Yeah.
soon enough.
If you're
I'm
above
going to
15
say
by the end, you'll
Mon Mothma.
Jesse is going with A. Mon Mothma, and Luke, you are next.
I would like to believe I know a little bit about Star Wars. I feel like the title of Moth is an Imperial thing, so I don't know if there's going to be a Moth against the Empire. Leia Organa, she's like pretty big up there, but I don't know who Jan Dodonna is, but I like Dodonna. That's a cool name. Let's go there.
Luke guesses C. Jan Dodonna, and
I think she's saying like a virgin.
that's true.
Oh, well, shit.
That maybe Madonna based her career on Jan Dodonna because she came after. Seamus, you are up.
Wow. I am gonna go with Leia Organa, because I recognize Leia as a Star Wars name.
Leia Organa, that is D. Folks, we have the same result as question 1. Jesse is correct, and Seamus and Luke are incorrect.
Oh man.
Luke, you were thinking Moff, M-O-F-F. This is
Oh.
Moth, M-O-T-H. So
Like,
the letters have once again deceived you.
Oh, man. Maybe I'm dyslexic. I'm learning this very live on air.
Seamus, your guess was much better than the first question.
Thank you.
But
I'm
we-
building up.
You guys are in an early hole here. And this one might be a shoe-in for Jesse, too. So you could be down. You could be down
Let
3-0
me-
unless.
Let me be clear. Me winning this is not a victory.
No.
It's not a victory at all.
And there is a
It
long way to go.
exposes how much Star Wars stuff I know.
There's about 5 questions that contain anything you might know by deduction. Everything else is going to be wild guesses.
Right.
Thanks.
So we got 2-0-0 here, folks. We do have a. Let's add a power up. Let's say you can ask chat. Everyone can ask
Oh.
chat at once one question during the course of the game.
Right. I'm gonna ask Luke for the help.
I'm going to ask Jesse in that same question.
Hey, we got 4 viewers, and not. Oh, you know what? No, I'm watching it too, so that might actually be the 4 of us.
Because we have to look at the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had a 5th one. I don't know what happened to it.
I
Let's check my
think-
that was
tweets.
good stuff.
All
I'm
right,
sure of it.
question number
Tweet is
3.
sitting at 0 likes. But how many views? How many views?
Hopefully, 100.
I think our friend Dan is watching. Dan, if you're out there, thanks for your support.
Thank you, Dan.
This will not be the Star Wars
Dan,
celebration that you
This is say hi in the chat if it's you, Dan.
This is bad content, Dan.
This is why you guys have no viewers.
All right, question 3. We got to get going here. We're going to be here for till
Yeah,
10:30. What is the designation of the stormtrooper who isn't at his post on the Death Star in Episode 4? Is it A,
Oh.
TK421? Is it B, 21B? Is it C, AG233? Or is it D, BT80085?
Luke
Really?
gets that one.
Luke,
really
Luke
find
gets
this
that one.
This format is miserable because you can still see the spreadsheet, and A is C,
I know.
D is
It's very
and E is
confusing.
D, and F is D.
Yeah.
So
I know, it's throwing me off when I'm
We
reading
get
it,
it.
too.
We can
Uh,
extrapolate.
Luke,
you'd have
you
to
are
do is,
first to guess
yeah.
here.
baby, we're going with the TK421. That is the first answer that I saw, so I'm going with it.
Luke is guessing TK421. That is A. Seamus, you are up.
I am going to do the exact opposite of Luke and go with the last answer I saw, which is BT-80085.
Seamus is going with BT boobs. Jesse, you are up now.
Well, I remember playing a little game called Jedi Outcast, and I believe I heard TK421 mentioned in that game. So I'm going to agree with Luke. I think it's A.
You are correct. TK421, why are you not at your post?
Wasn't the boobs one?
It was not the one that spelt out boobs. I missed the notes for Mon Mothma, but that one's boring. So we'll do this one. TK421. TK421. Why aren't you at your post? TK421. Do you copy? Imperial Officer Pol Treatum.
Full treatum.
Pol Treatum.
He's
the
going
one
to
that-
show
that's
up
not-
later on in the...
Is that the stormtrooper that gets knocked out by like Han Solo and then he pretends to be him?
He's one of the 2 that go into the Millennium Falcon.
Uh,
We are
okay.
sitting at 3-1-0 for Jesse, Luke, and Seamus.
On the board, baby. On the board.
Moving on to question 4. This is, in what year did the Rebel Alliance destroy the first Death Star at Yavin? Is it A, 5ABY, B, 3EU, C, 0ABY, or D, 23EU? And this is going to be Seamus to guess first.
I'm starting it off. All
No
right.
hints from your boys.
I am going with a strong, firm 23 EU.
He's going D23EU. Jesse, you are up next.
So I think that the Death Star being blown up is such a big deal, they would have changed the entire calendar. So I'm going to go with 0ABY.
Jesse is going C0ABY. And Luke, you are finishing us off.
I'm gonna go with 5ABY because it looks like it says baby to me.
That's fun.
Luke is going for A baby.
That's right, Sadie.
Jesse is 4 for 4 here.
What the hell?
It
Really?
was 0ABY. They did name the naming convention after the Battle of Yavin. After Battle of Yavin, that is what it stands for.
Oh, neat.
That one was a true guess. That one was a true
It was
guess.
a very good guess. You assumed that they would be as uncreative and lazy as possible in naming how the dates work.
Jesse, can I ask you a question? Like, you
Well, that's
don't,
even James's job, but all right.
you don't know much about Star Wars, but do you have some kind of like feeling or sense that's guiding you to the right answers?
Let's just say I got these little things in my cells
I don't know.
called midichlorians.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Oh,
have. I don't know if we have any
Name.
questions on midichlorians. I don't think we do.
Let's hope
So
not.
feel free to talk as much as you want about midichlorians.
I remember you before we were doing this. You're like, our entire friendship has been leading up to this particular quiz, and that you've been dropping subtle hints through the years of us knowing one another.
Cool.
And I actually do remember you at one point on a drive home telling me how after the Battle of Yavin, like now that this all comes out, I'm like,
So,
damn, you did tell me this.
for Seamus, this is like a Slumdog Millionaire,
Yeah.
but he gets all the answers wrong.
You
He,
are
like,
destroying
remembers
our
back
friendship
to
right now,
crucial
Shane.
points in his life, but he guesses it wrong every time.
I'm getting something right. It's coming. You just wait.
All right, for that one, there were small gaps in the shields of the first Death Star. The Empire believed that this was harmless, since only small ships could wiggle through the gaps. The shields of the second Death Star would have had no such gaps.
Because it was half gone.
It was half gone.
It was mostly Gap.
Question 5. Jesse's got a big lead, but there's lots left here. In what region of space is the planet Nar Shaddaa located? Is it A, the corporate sector, B, Hutt space, C, the expansion region, or D, the colonies? And it's going to be Jesse answering first.
Narshada. Knowing with what I know from my only source of Star Wars, aka Jedi Outcast, I'm gonna go with the corporate sector.
Jesse's going with A, the corporate sector. Luke.
Sounds like it's an illegal name. And I think that sounds like Hut Space to me.
Sounds like Hutt space to Luke. That's B,
Hut
Hutt space.
space.
And Seamus.
And I'm going with C, the expansion region.
Expansion region. Well, we're getting a little closer together between Luke and Jesse here because it is Hutt space.
Oh, it's Hut
It is
space.
Hutt space.
Should have gone with what sounded familiar.
Should have.
That's the lesson here. Yeah.
Always follow Luke's lead, no
I
matter
feel
where it
like-
lands you.
I recently started a D&D Star Wars campaign. We've only had 2 sessions in 2 months. I have a good feeling that my DM maybe mentioned Hut Space, and that word may have come up, so it sounds familiar. So I'm going to thank Mike for exposing me to some true nerddom.
Mike may have just won himself some Star Wars themed snack
You should,
bags.
Invite him. Invite him to the stream, Luke.
Oh, I can't. He's in Ireland right now. He just
That
got
sounds
to a
like
trip to
that's
Ireland. Like,
Also,
Yeah.
again, this is going to be painful for anyone who genuinely likes Star Wars. We're starting off with relatively friendly questions to the
So
the
this is-
Star Wars lore.
This is going to be a lot like watching any new Star Wars stuff to
Yes.
someone who likes Star Wars.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's going to be
Great.
painful.
Well,
All right, we got a long note on this question. In 12 ABY, while looking for Dasan, Kyle Katarn once more returned to the city and looked for a Rhodian crime lord, Relo Baruch. He freed Lando Calrissian from Baruch's hold and eventually found him. However, the gangster managed to entrap him in a room full of turrets, but the Jedi escaped. Katarn and Calrissian managed to find Lady Luck and refuel her using pipelines. When they were about to make their escape from Nar Shaddaa, Relo attacked them with a handful of mercenaries. The criminal used a gun platform to hit the ship while his thugs boarded it, but Katarn leapt into the laser turret of the Lady Luck and shot down the gangster. Jesse will remember all of that
Yep.
from our recent
Yes.
playthrough
That's
of
a cutscene.
Jedi
That's a
Outcast.
cutscene. I thought that was the next. I thought that was the lead for the next question, and I was just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh no,
there's
that's,
so much
that's the
information. What's
Nar
happening?"
Shaddaa note.
But it's-
Oh,
The next one is going to
okay.
be probably a complete guess from you guys, which is which of the following species is not indigenous to the planet Mon Calamari? Is it A. Barabel, B. Quarren, C. Mon Calamari, or D. Moapa? And I will reiterate, is not indigenous to the planet Mon Calamari. And we'll start with Luke.
I recently watched an episode of Star Wars Clone Wars where they had
That could be
to
very helpful.
liberate the people of Mon Calamari. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention because it was a boring episode. So I don't know. So we're gonna go with Barabel.
A. Barabel is Luke's guess, and Seamus.
I just can't not guess that the species that is not indigenous to the planet Mon Calamari is called Mon Calamari. I can't not
You
guess
can't
that.
not guess it, folks. C. Mon Calamari is Seamus's answer, and Jesse.
I'm gonna go with Quarren. Quarren. I don't like the sound of it. It sounds rocky. It sounds like a rock.
Jesse's
Doesn't
gonna
sound
go
like a shrimp.
Quarren.
So
It
it
is
is
Luke
Quarren.
is only one behind now because it is the Barabels.
Nice.
The
Thank you,
Quarren
Star Wars
are
Clone Wars.
exactly what I imagine in your recent D&D campaign, Globlob or whatever his name was.
Completely.
Bleebly. That's exactly
Fishman?
what I imagine they sound like.
Shout out to Kevin
Look
Rambran
like
for having a great
Kevin
week.
Rambaran, thanks for being here. Let us
What
know
we
in the
doing
chat
today?
what you're up to.
Ah.
I'm sure you're here. Barab 1, this is the notes on that question, was a dark, murky planet in the Barab system of the Albanin sector of the Outer Rim territories. Located along the Trelius trade route, the planet was largely avoided by spacers due to the fearsome natives known as the Barabel. They're giant lizards.
And the
Oh,
rest
maybe
are
they
fish
Very
people.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any notes on the Mon Calamari? Were they squid people?
Mon Calamari is Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
They're like giant. I mean, I guess they're kind of squids,
They're,
but
they're
with
fish.
like
They're fishy.
big
They're
flippers.
fishy.
the Quarren are more squid-like. They've got like their heads like a squid, and then with like a human body, kind of on the bottom.
Okay.
Question 7. Which of the this is where we start to really love Star Wars. Which of the following is not a company in the Star Wars galaxy? Is it Transgalmeg Industries Inc.? Is it B, Wookiee Trading Company, C, Advanced Synth Medcorp, or D, Binks and Son Whaling Company?
No,
we're gonna
no,
start
no,
with-
no, no.
We're gonna start with Seamus here on question 7. I can assure you that none of the three of you have any advantage in this question over any of the others.
Unless Seamus has some like 10-year-old car ride where you mentioned it and he's gonna forget about it.
He will 100%.
He's
forget
talked.
about it.
He's talked companies before, but nothing here looks familiar. Binks and Son Whaling Company's too obvious. Oh, Wookiee Trading Company it's familiar, so I'm going with it.
Okay, remember this is not. Which of 3 of these are actual companies? Which is the
Wookiee
one that's
Trading
not?
Company. Oh shh! I've reverse psychologized
Reverse
myself. I'm
yourself. So
staying with
you need to
Wookiee.
pick the one that doesn't exist, not the one that does. Not that that does. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
just as in the dark as you guys.
The Wookiees don't trade. Wookiee Trading Company.
Seamus guesses B, Wookiee Trading Company. Jesse, you are up.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these. I'm delighted by the idea that Jar Jar Binks' dad or his own son killed whales for profit. I think that's great. I'm Advanced Synth MedCorp sounds too Blade Runner, so I'm gonna go with C. I don't think C is real.
Jesse is
Sounds too cool for Star Wars.
C, Advanced Synth MedCorp, and Luke.
I'm gonna bite the bullet. I can't live in a universe that Binks and Son is real. I just can't.
Luke is guessing D, Binks and Son Whaling Company. And Jesse is back in front by 2. It is
Oh,
indeed Advanced Synth, Advanced Synth MedCorp. So I will let you know a couple of them. Let me get you a score before I forget.
So Binks and Son.
The Binks and Son
that's real.
Whaling Company was a Gungan whaling company operated out of Ota Gunga. It lasted for centuries. Then also, based on
and the whales ran out.
Based on Narg
Jeez.
in the Rater sector, Transgelmeg competed heavily with Tag Co. in a number of varying markets, with primary focuses on mining and colonization. So Transgelmeg Industries Inc. is also a company.
James, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you take away one of my points and give it to Seamus? I don't deserve to have a point for making that Binks and Son guess. Like, that was... Like, I'm devastated. I can't
Don't worry,
believe
you didn't get it right. You didn't get it right.
I know.
Oh man,
I
that's
can't-
very
We can't
kind.
be giving out. We
No,
can't be
maybe
trading
my
out points here. The whole system is meaningless.
This is serious.
You can't switch it up like that.
I spent like
I can't
I
accept
spent
it.
$3 on those Ziplocs. I don't want to have to sleep on the fact that maybe the most deserving person didn't win them. So this needs to be extremely, extremely above board.
So there are 30 questions.
30 questions.
Okay.
We're up to date.
My dad is picking me up to go stay at his place at 9. So that's sort of our timeline here.
All right. Well, that's good. We know that now. So we'll speed it up a little.
Okay.
Question 8. Which of the following characters is not primarily known as a smuggler? Is it A, Han Solo, B, Booster Tarek, C, Talon Card, or D, Cad Bane? And I believe we're starting with, is it Luke this time?
Yeah.
Or no, Jesse. I think we're starting with Jesse.
Yeah. I think booster means if you boost something, you steal it, and that's definitely a George Lucas thing. I'm gonna go with Cad Bane. I think he's like a pod racer or something. I think it's
D,
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane for Jesse, and Luke.
Also like Cad Bane. Like, it's a great Batman villain. So, like, that's a real cool way to go. So,
We got
Spanish wrestler.
Two Bane boys.
We got 2 Bane boys. Seamus.
Talon Cardy.
Talon
Good
Cardy. C. Talon Cardy. Seamus is falling further behind. It is D. Cad Bane.
Oh,
It is now 6-4-0. Cad Bane was a Duros male bounty hunter and mercenary in the galaxy whose career spanned from the fall of the Galactic Republic, the reign of the Galactic Empire, and into the era of the New Republic.
hey, way to make a career out of it.
Seamus, I'll remind you, you could have had that 1 point in my
Could've.
previous, like, shame. It
Yeah.
could have been on that board.
There are some
Luke,
questions
he's
coming up.
legitimizing this entire process.
Seamus, there's some questions coming up that you should remember from a video that we watched within the last 4 months. So I'll give you that. Maybe you can catch it.
Maybe.
Question 9. Which of the following planets was not terraformed by the Yuuzhan Vong during their invasion of the galaxy between 25 and 29 ABY? Is it A, Alderaan, B, Coruscant, C, Belkadan, or D, Duro? And this is going to be Luke answering first.
What the use Han Vong are? I have no idea what that is.
The Yuuzhan Vong were a race that came from outside the galaxy. They were humanoid, and they loved pain. They were thrived on pain and
They were like Hellraisers?
self-sacrifice. They were very religious and probably a little racist in terms of like the character concept, but yeah, they were an extragalactic race, and I think there's a few more questions on them because that's the book
Okay,
series that I'm
well-
currently rereading.
Curious
Based-
about what way they would have been racialized, but okay.
There was a little like
I can't
Middle
guess
East
what their name
jihad
is.
kind of thing going on.
Okay.
Yikes! Yikes!
Yeah.
Well, if they're all about pain, it's got to be Duro, which is close to the name Duriel, which is a prime of pain. Diablo 2, great boss. So going with D
All right.
in section F for some reason.
That is D Duro for Luke. Seamus, you are up.
Okay, I'm going with C-section A for Alderaan because it was already there. They didn't need to terraform.
A for Seamus and Jesse.
I gotta go with B. Coruscant, because I think that was like a planet that was already made up of like cities. So I think it was already developed.
That is B for Jesse, and Seamus is on the board. It is Alderaan. You guys overthought that one a little. Alderaan was destroyed in Episode 4. They did terraform Coruscant. They captured it, and they basically destroyed it and put their growing tech. Oh, here we go. The Yuuzhan Vong phrase for terraforming was known as world shaping, but others referred to it as Vong forming or Vong formation, which was performed by Yuuzhan Vong called shapers. So they had a lot of like living technology was their hook.
Shapers.
Cool.
So
World
this is a
Shaper.
trick question. Well done. Well
We
done.
got lots of trick questions in here for you boys. Binks and Co. might have been one. Who knows? Or Binks and Son. 10. Which of the following is a common curse word in Star Wars novels? Is it A, Starscum, B, Blarst, C, Sith Spit, or D,
No.
Krang? And it is Seamus'
Oh,
turn
God.
to throw a guess out there first.
In the F column, D, Krang. That is
This is going-
a brain that rides around in a mech and fights the Ninja Turtles.
D, Krang for Seamus. Jesse?
I think it's Blarst, man.
Jesse is
I
guessing
think Blarst is the easiest one to say out of those first three, and I don't want to pick the same one as Seamus.
And Luke.
I get the same feeling. Paul Blars Mulcop.
Paul Blars. Mall Cop. You guys should know how stupid Star Wars is at this point, and it is Sith Spit. See, Sith Spit.
Sith Spit is so hard to say, though.
That's not that hard to write, though, and you don't
Oh,
have to
this
say it
is-
when you're writing a book.
This
Shit.
wasn't a not question.
Oh
This
no!
is-
Oh no! Seamus, are you watching the stream? Make sure you
Yeah,
physically read
I
the
am.
question. I always capitalize "not" in the question.
I watched catfishing.
It's funny because you explained that Krang was a Ninja Turtles thing, and then you picked Krang.
Yeah, I guess I should have picked up on that and maybe warned you. Now we're getting into the fun times here, folks. Here we go. Hang on. Sith Spit was one of the most common curse words used throughout the era of the Galactic Republic, through the Galactic Empire, and into the time of the Galactic Alliance. Originating on Corellia, it expressed outrage, surprise, pain, frustration, or simply displeasure. Question 11.
God.
Which of the following is not a musical instrument in the Star Wars universe? Is it A, Jizzbox, B, Peel Rod, C, Clack Beep Box, or D, Chorkian Strummer? And it is, I believe, Jesse's turn to guess.
Yeah,
First.
I'm feeling.
We got some Duel of the Fates on in the
I feel
background
like
now.
Clack. I'm stuck between B and C. I don't think Peel Rod is an instrument
Okay.
in the Star Wars universe.
Jesse says Peel Rod
Yeah.
is not an instrument in the Star Wars universe. Luke?
Oh man, Chorkian Strummer sounds violent. That can't be an instrument.
Luke is guessing D, Chorkian Strummer. Seamus?
I'm going with Peel Rod. I don't think Peel Rod is an instrument. I'm buddying up with with Bergon here.
So we're all avoiding the jizz box, right?
I mean, the music's called jizz, so
Everyone's
there's
avoiding
gotta
the
be
jizz
there's gotta be a instrument called the jizz box.
The jizz box is being avoided, and it is Luke who is gaining on Jesse again. The Shorkian strummer is not, and yes, the peel rod is an instrument. I
How does
don't
it
remember
work?
if there's a description for it.
Can you pull up a picture?
I don't even know if there is a picture, but let me take a look here.
I'm just gonna Google.
Okay, hang on here. We've got a description. The peel rod was a device used to adjust the sound of the Durranian Beshnikel and was thus often used by jizz bands. So I imagine it was.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also the clack beatbox was a jizz instrument developed by the Bith of Clackdoor 7.
I know what a bit is. Oh, look at that.
Luke knows
As an
his
asshole.
Luke knows his Bith jizz instruments.
Yeah,
That's
no
my bit.
kidding.
I thought it was just the Winnipeg reference. I thought it was a Rod Peeler bit.
No.
That was part of my guess too. Was it sounds much like Rod Peeler?
We got you, folks. We boomed them.
Boy, I
Never
slept on that
sleeps.
one.
He just stays up listening to jizz.
We got more jizz music or more music
Great,
questions
great,
here.
great, great.
12 is which of the following is not a notable band in the Star Wars universe? Is it A, the Sosnals, B, Bozer Pert and the Geonosian Janglers, C, Ivar Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers, or D, Bobolo Baker's All Biff Band?
Oh my god.
And Luke gets the privilege of
Three
guessing
of these are
first here.
real.
Privilege, nay, the honor.
Three of these
uh,
are real.
I'm gonna say that Bozo Pert and the Geonosian Janglers is not real, because the Geonosians were wiped out during the Clone Wars. So unless they had a band before mass murder, that one.
All
An
right.
educated guess.
Luke is guessing B with all of his infinite knowledge. Seamus, you are up.
Oh man. I'm going with Ever Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers.
Seamus is going with C, Evar Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers. Jesse?
I don't think it's D. I don't think Bobolo Baker's All Biff Band. It's just too alliterative.
All right, Jesse's guessing D, and we have a tie at the top here. Bozer Pert and the Geonosian Janglers is the only one of those that is not a canon Star Wars band.
Is unbelievable, Luke. What's
so
that
my-
bad?
So the Galactic Jizz Whalers are like,
That's legit.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to my hell. Ivar Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers were a jizz band founded by Ivar Orbis, featuring Max Rebo, Cy Snoodles, and Droopy McCool. Their hits included That Joyous Night I Ate My Mate.
Oh my god, that sounds like something from I Think You Should Leave, where Tim Heidegger is he's really into the old
Roy
jazz.
Donks and the tiny,
The Colgate
tiny
Hour.
boot
Colgate
squiggly.
Hour, yeah.
Colgate Comedy Hour. All right, folks. We are up to 13. We're almost halfway there. What type of vessel was discovered buried under the surface of Coruscant? Is it A, a Death Star, B, an Executor-class Star Destroyer, C, an Imperial-class Star Destroyer, or D, a World Devastator? And we are going to start with Seamus on this one.
I think the Imperial class is a little too large. I don't know if there's an Executor class Star Destroyer though. But I'm still gonna go with B, Executor class Star Destroyer.
Seamus is going B, and Jesse?
I'm gonna go C, Imperial class.
Jesse goes
For no
C,
reason.
Imperial
Just
class.
I feel like it.
And Luke?
I'm gonna say a Death Star. I think this is one of those like it was Earth all along moments.
Luke
Oh,
is going
jeez.
Death Star.
He's
Man.
finally made a monkey out of us.
And Seamus is moving on up, despite the fact that not knowing that an Executor class Star Destroyer is 13 times larger than an Imperial class Star Destroyer. There was
Yeah,
one
idiot.
buried underneath so not knowing all the details surrounding the burial of the ship, some New Republic observers later speculated that either all the witnesses to this event had been executed, or that Emperor Palpatine had used the Force on a massive scale to command everyone to forget what they saw.
Cool. I guess you can do that. That's cool.
So we are at 6-2 right now. We got next question here. Luke is green.
Luke, you okay about it?
Luke's
We
green.
lost Luke. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh,
boy.
I'll be back. You can hear me, right? No?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can hear you.
You're just a little flashy boy, flashing with your little dots spinning. Which of
Oh,
the
it's-
following, which of the following is not a type of weapon in the Star Wars galaxy? Is it A, proton torpedoes, B, phase cannons, C, ion cannons, or D, turbo lasers? And 14 is going to be, I think, Jesse to guess first.
Yeah. Turbo lasers. Nope.
Doesn't
No
like
way.
turbo lasers. D, Luke, you're up.
Oh, man. Yeah, turbo lasers sounds made up. Turbo lasers.
Luke's going turbo lasers with D, and Seamus?
Phase cannons.
Seamus goes
Made up.
B, phase cannons, and for the second question in a row, he's gaining on those other boys.
What?
Phase cannons are not a Star Wars weapon. The turbo lasers were the primary weapon of capital ships. They were used for ship-to-ship combat, or in some cases, planetary bombardment. A single blast from a turbo
Who made
laser.
that?
A single
design
blast
laser.
from a turbo laser could completely incinerate a fully shielded starfighter. So
Cool.
yes, turbo lasers. If
Alright.
you remember Episode 4, they report to Darth Vader that the starfighters are evading their turbo lasers.
Oh, yeah. Checks out. Checks out.
Checks out. 15. What secret did the Kyber memory crystal hold? Is it A, a list of every Force-sensitive child in the galaxy? Is it B, the location of the Jedi Temple? C, the location of the Emperor's secret fleet? Or D, instructions to a previously unknown Force ability? And we'll start with Luke on this one.
Is there only like one secret Kyber memory crystal? Is it just like one in all Star Wars, or is there a bunch?
I think there was only one.
Um,
There are Kyber
okay.
crystals, but this is a different thing, I think. It's the Kyber
I-
memory crystal.
I feel like if I knew the location of a bunch of kids, I'd want to hide that in a crystal. So I'm gonna say that one.
I'm not
Well
touching
said,
that,
Luke.
man.
Luke is guessing A, a list of every Force-sensitive child in the galaxy. And
Yeah,
Seamus-
force sensitive. Force sensitive.
Wait, did you just say every child?
Yeah, man. Just keep going. Move forward.
We're moving on. Seamus, your guess?
Location of the Emperor's secret fleet.
Secret fleet for Seamus. And Jesse?
If I was going to put a memory in a secret crystal, it would be the location of the Jedi Temple B.
Jesse says B. It is Luke is correct, and it is Force-sensitive children. A list of every
What?
Force-sensitive child in the galaxy.
Gotta keep your kids safe, man.
The
Gotta keep
Kyber
one of those
memory
bags,
crystal
so-
was a small blue diamond-shaped crystal which held the identities of every known Force-sensitive child in the galaxy. So Luke is up to 7. Luke has taken the lead for the first time. And that's 15. I'm going to quickly grab another bubbly here.
Let's have a word from our sponsors.
Entertain them, boys.
Bubbly is our sponsor, I think.
Folks, if you like what you're seeing, you're liking the way that we're disgracing Star Wars, feel free to drink some Gatorade. It goes down well with disrespect to the art form. But if you're like, man, these guys don't know anything about Star Wars, what else do they don't know shit about? What else would you want us to start doing quizzes on? Where you're like, man, they don't know this either. This is great. Put it in the chat. The 4 of you, which I think is minus 3 of us. So Dan, if there's something you want to see us do, write it out, because odds are we'll do it. There's no one else here.
Throw it in the chat, Dan.
Gatorade. Don't make us force you to drink it.
That was good.
Good. I like it. Question 16. What was the name that the mad Jedi Master Joris Kaboth gave his evil clone of Luke Skywalker? Is it A, Luke Skywhaler, B, Loke Skywalker, C, Luke Skywalker, or D, Juke Skywalker? And this is going to be Seamus to guess first.
Oh my!
Just be glad that it's not 3 of these are the correct answer and 1 isn't.
No. Was Joris Kabouth a Bith?
No, he was a human.
He was an Ewok?
He was a human. Why would he be a Bith?
He's
Of all
better-
the-
Yeah, Seamus. Why would he be a Biff?
What a
Well,
dumb question.
It's well known that the Bith can't pronounce the J sound.
Do you-
Oh.
Okay.
So for them, jizz is actually pronounced piz.
Jesus,
So
you're being kind of space racist there
Yeah.
with the bit here.
He's doing a George Lucas bit.
oh, George Lucas Bith. We'll go. I'll tell you guys right now. It's either Luke Skywalker or Juke Skywalker, and I'm going with Juke Skywalker.
Seamus says D. Juke Skywalker. Jesse?
I gotta go with Sky Whaler, man. Luke
Jesse
Sky
says
Whaler. That's a
A.
good evil name.
Luke Skywhaler and Luke.
I'm torn because I like Whaler because Whaler's been correct every other time, but Juke is such a funny name. I'm gonna go with Juke as well. I'm gonna let Boy Chance on this.
I'm
He's
gonna go with
going
Luke
with Juke
Skywalker.
Skywalker. You are all incorrect.
It's Luke.
It is Luke with
Is it
2
Luke?
U's. He just added another U in there, boys.
That's
Lazy,
so
lazy
dumb.
writing.
Luke
so bad.
Skywalker was created from tissue cells taken from the severed hand of Luke Skywalker, which was lost along with his lightsaber during a duel with Dark Lord Darth Vader on Cloud City in 3 AB.
Oh,
The hand and lightsaber were discovered in a pile of scrap by an Ugnaught named Grogan in Cloud City's Smelting Core D. Very,
Cool,
very
cool.
deep into the lore there.
So specific.
Very
Yeah,
specific. Everything
in
needs a
hindsight,
backstory.
Luke with 2 U's.
Luke
Sure.
with 2 U's. You would have known if you looked at his name because Joris Kaboth himself was a clone of Joris Kaboth with 1 U.
Oh, you're right. It was there. It was in front of us the
It
whole
was
time.
right there.
Oh,
The clue came from inside the house.
oh, that's
Oh my
good. That's good.
All right,
Dang,
folks.
got us.
What set Ki Adi Mundi apart from other masters on the Jedi Council? Is it A, he was 2,000 years old? B, he had dual consciousness? C, he was allowed to fuck? Or D, he refused to use a lightsaber? We're going to start, I think, with, is it Luke's turn to start? Or no, Jesse's turn to start.
I think he had dual consciousnesses. I think that's what I think.
Jesse goes B, dual consciousness.
He could fuck. That dude fucks. That Jedi fucks.
Luke thinks he fucks. Seamus?
I think it's I think it's that he had dual consciousness. I think he's got 2 first names, one for each of his consciousness.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of
that's a good
yeah.
That's
educated
good.
guess.
That's good, Seamus.
Good.
I want to say 2,000 years old, but I'm going to go along with Jesse on this one.
Unfortunately, all that education can't get you anywhere because he is allowed to fuck, and Luke is correct.
That was obviously a trick question.
Mundy was granted a rare exception to the Jedi Order's ban on marriage due to his species' low birth rate and had a polygamous family of 5 wives and 7 children, although he was able to love them without being attached.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
He's
Yeah,
allowed to
It's, now
fuck.
it's just the most absurd answers, the correct answer.
Yeah,
It's his exception.
Dang it, Luke! You're pulling ahead.
Man, you gotta go with your fuck. A gut.
Yeah, man.
All right, folks. Which of the following is the original in-universe name for the dark side of the Force? Is it A, Bogan, B, Jogan, C, Rogan, or D, Dogan?
Oh my god.
this is Luke's turn to pick first.
Oh man.
This is good. This is good content. This is good content.
I badly want to say Rogan just because of that little nerd who has his podcast. But Jogan and Dogan sound evil. We're gonna go with Jogan. You know how funny those J sounds are.
Luke says B, Jogan. Seamus?
I got tripped up with the old J sounds before. I'm going with here's going with Bogan, and it's because I think George Lucas would have thought B is
Bad.
the sound that starts bad. So,
Yeah.
Bogan.
I like it. I like it. Seamus guesses A. Bogan. Jesse?
I'm gonna go with Dogan.
Jesse's
I think
going
it's D. Dogan.
D. Dogan. Alliteration. Seamus is correct. It is Bogan. George Lucas is just that lazy. Although I think this is not Lucas at this point. This is some other crappy author.
Bogan.
Bogan.
After seeing the horrors of the dark side wielding Rakata, some Jedi wished to forbid the use of Bogan and focus only on Ashla. Meanwhile, the other Jedi saw the dangers of the galaxy and claimed they needed Bogan to survive and defend themselves. This is like 25,000 years pre
I've heard
ABY.
dudes say that about Joe Rogan's podcast too.
We need it. We need
They needed it
we
to
need Rogan
survive.
to defend ourselves. Which of the following is not a symptom associated with force lightning? Is it A, muscle aches, B, illumination of the victim's skeleton, C, double vision, or D, hyperventilation? And this is going to be Seamus to start.
I start.
You start.
Hmm. That's tough. I'm just thinking of when the Emperor is there, just zapping away. Pretty sure he hyperventilates.
Ah,
Yeah, you know, with muscle aches.
I'm gonna go with double vision.
Jesse is going double vision. And Luke,
Luke is gonna double that.
double vision.
Quadruple vision.
It is hyperventilation. All three of the
Damn.
other ones are associated.
Oh, this was
I
a
was
non-
waffling between that.
Telltale symptoms included generalized muscle aches and double vision. A blood test or bioscan could be used to confirm the diagnosis. Unless the victim received complete bed rest and appropriate medical treatment, the disorder would become chronic, lingering for years, barring timely back to immersion.
So if you were like at the doctor's and they're like, "Oh, are you hyperventilating?" and they're like, "Yeah, good. That means you have not come across with force lightning recently."
Yes, that's
Or they're like,
you'd breathe normally if you had been zapped.
or you walk into the X-ray area and you're like, man, a lot of people here have gotten lightning damage. I can see
There
all
you
their
go.
skeletons.
Exactly.
I haven't given you the iodine yet.
Yeah,
there
we're
wasn't.
not going to X-ray you. I can tell. I can see.
There
it.
was actually like an article on how the in-world physics of being able to see their skeletons, and it's so dumb. Which advertising agency created the Trade Federation's public relations advertisement "Safe in Our Hands"? Is it Naboo Economics Inc., 11 Star Marketing, Lucas Design Corp., or the Free Association of Galactic Designers?
Who's
All right,
No,
am I
sorry.
going?
I think we're starting with
Am I going
Jesse
first?
this turn, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the dumbest stuff. I think it's Lucas Design Corps. I think he put his own name into the movie.
Lucas Design Corps for
I
Jesse.
think he straight up just did his own name.
Luke.
I think it's Naboo Economics. You know, that was an answer Seamus gave early on that was completely wrong, and I want to redeem that past act.
Oh,
A. Naboo Economics. And Seamus.
A Naboo Economics. Can't argue with that logic.
You are all wrong again. It is B. 11 Star Marketing. 11 Star Marketing was a public relations firm based on Cato Nemodia that was employed by the Trade Federation.
Does the Star Wars universe have their own equivalent of like a Michelin star?
I would assume, honestly, there's probably... I haven't dug into, like, restaurants.
Yeah, it's called a Gungan Orb.
Let's see how long the article is for restaurant.
Oh,
Restaurant
goodness.
Legends. It's all... Oh, actually, it's quite short. Because it just says a restaurant was a place of business where beings could purchase and eat food.
Lazy.
Very. 21. Which of the following is not a song from the pro-imperial rock band The Emperor's New Clothes, debut album Totally Patriotic.
This is a thing.
this
This is a Star Wars thing.
3 of these are real. A, Supremacy, B, Rebel Tears, C, The New Order, or D, Star Destroyer. And we'll start with Luke this time.
Supremacy. It's one word. It's boring. The other ones have a ring to it. I would love to hear a song called Rebel Tears, but Luke is going with Supremacy.
Luke says Supremacy. Seamus.
I just want to point out that the word "not" is not highlighted here.
Sorry.
However,
Ha!
having said that, I'm going to go with The New Order because that's an actual band, I think. So that's my answer. C.
The New Order, C. And Jesse?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say Star Destroyer. It sounds too cool of a name.
Star Destroyer. You are all wrong once again. It is
Rebel
Rebel Tears.
Damn
folks.
it.
Rebel Tears is correct. Star Destroyer was a song by the pro-imperial musical group The Emperor's New Clothes, who performed in the Minga genre of music. Like all of the Emperor's New Clothes
Yep.
work, Star Destroyer was approved by the Imperial Board of Culture.
If this had been a jizz question, we would have got.
You would have 100% got it, but it was a Minga question. You guys haven't studied up on your
What characterizes Minga as a genre?
Let me quickly Google Minga.
You read it right to left or what?
Yeah, it's black and white.
Minga was a genre of music popular among the youths during the New Order that was similar to Bassoon Nuva. The band The Emperor's New Clothes played in the Minga genre.
Oh, so it's similar to this other made-up stupid word.
Basically, it was probably used as a word once in one book at some point. No, actually, appearances from Gamer, Star Wars Gamer Rebel Base, New Star Wars Gamer 6. Sources: Slug Throwers, an overview of popular musicians and music in a galaxy far, far away.
Awesome.
Deep digging for that one. 22. In what location was Darth Vader surgically repaired after his battle on Mustafar? Is it A, Coruscant Medical? Is it B, the Jedi Temple? Is it C, the Imperial General Hospital? Or is it D, the Emperor Palpatine Surgical Reconstruction Center?
No.
And Seamus gets to guess first.
The Emperor Palpatine Surgical Reconstruction Center.
He's locking in D, the Emperor Palpatine Surgical Reconstruction Center. Jesse.
I'm gonna go with the Jedi Temple because I think this is when he turns good. No wait.
He turns this would be when he turns bad.
Sure. I'm gonna stick with the Jedi Temple. Let's. I think it's a trick.
Jesse's going Jedi Temple, and Luke?
I'm with Seamus. That Palpatine surgical rooms, it sounds so nonsensical it has to be.
Yeah, that
You are
is
right.
correct. It is the Emperor
I remembered
Palpatine
this.
Surgical
God damn it.
Reconstruction Center.
This is the
General-
only answer I've known so far.
This gloomy location was the site of Darth Vader's rebuilding. After Darth Vader's duel with his former master Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Sidious brought his badly wounded apprentice via shuttle to the reconstruction center where he was to be rebuilt. During the duel, Vader had sustained near-fatal third-degree burns, severe lung damage, and the loss of his remaining limbs, as well as emotional pain.
Wait, was he hyperventilating though?
No, at no point was
Okay.
he even.
All right.
He might have been because wasn't that lava damage mostly?
We've got
Alive.
more questions that Seamus might know the answer to here.
I would watch a show that's like Coruscant Medical. That's like an ER
Yeah.
or like just like Star Wars aliens being worked on with like
I like
sexual
it.
drama
I
attached
like
to
it.
it.
The
Does
Imperial
have a-
General
on the
Hospital is
jizz
pretty
knobs.
funny.
We got which of the following was not a discomfort or limitation of Darth Vader's suit? Is it A, the synth skin itched incessantly? B, his lightsaber would interfere with the delicate circuitry? C, the rasp of his breathing interfered with his ability to sleep? Or D, the monitor panel beeped constantly? 3 of these are correct. Jesse, you need to guess the one that's not.
Yeah, I think B. I don't think his lightsaber interfered because he was still pretty good at using that thing. I'm gonna go B.
Jesse's going B. Luke, you're up.
I'm a big sleep boy, so we're gonna go with the rasp of breathing. Like it would bug the shit out of me if I couldn't breathe because I was like dying.
This is not limitation.
It is capitalized. You are correct.
Three of these are real and one is not.
Monitor panel beeping constantly.
Monitor
That's-
panel beeping constantly.
Yeah, you should be able to mute that thing, right?
Yeah, they have like fucking space traveling machines, and
They have turbo lasers.
They have turbos, and they can't turn off a sound panel. No, that's bullshit.
Seamus, Lucas going D.
VCR, VCRs in the Star Wars universe also keep flashing 12. I'm going with the rasp of his breathing interfered with his. Oh no, am I? Oh.
You should do it, Seamus, because then if you're
Yeah.
right, I'll feel extra bad about myself.
See,
C? Sorry, you're going C?
I'm gonna go with the rasp. I don't think he could sleep. There, that's it.
It is B. The lightsaber would interfere with the delicate circuitry. That is not the case. The rest
That was Jesse.
are true. The monitoring panel beeped frequently and for no reason. The lights seeming to serve only as a steady reminder of his
no reason.
vulnerability. This system was so vulnerable that Antinous Tremaine was once able to deactivate Vader's entire suit by pressing one button on his chest control plate.
Oh my god.
They literally say it beeped for no reason.
The monitor it beeped
That's
frequently and for
insane.
no reason.
This is insane.
That's very
Yep.
good. That's top tier writing right there.
Darth Vader's life was a literal
Hey.
hell. Why did the medical
Make up
droid...
a reason. Just make up a reason.
That's the reason. The reason is because... No, that wasn't. For no reason is the reason. Why did the medical droids use voodoo hide to wax Vader's helmet? Is it A, they hoped it would distract Sidious from the shortcuts they'd implemented during the surgery? Is it B, interplanetary conflict in the corporate sector was delaying shipments of bantha fur? Is it C, there was a planet-wide shortage of Shine Tech shear wax? Or is it D, Vader asked them to? And this is, I think this is going to be Jesse guessing, I think.
I think it's Luke.
I think it's me.
Okay, Luke.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Vader Aspen too. Like, the dude's in charge of the Imperial Army. He could ask for a little like fancy wax.
That is D for Luke. Seamus.
I think it's A. They hoped it would distract Sidious from shortcuts they'd implemented during the surgery. I think we had a discussion about how the Palpatine, what was it called again?
The Empal Su Recon.
Yeah, I believe we had a discussion about how they had faced budgetary cuts, and they did a
Yeah, but
poor
we spent
job
all our money on
rebuilding.
things that beeped for no reason. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're
That's
going-
what it's gonna be for me.
You're going A,
Going A.
and Jesse.
Keep it interesting. I think that they were out of bantha fur. I'm gonna go with B.
B. Seamus is correct. There were budgetary constraints at the Emperor Palpatine Surgical Reconstruction Center, also known as Empal Su Recon for short.
I do like that in this futuristic space world, capitalism is still like very rampant, and they still can't figure out to solve very basic things like that we can't.
Basic healthcare for your
Yeah, the
emperor.
Palpatine clinic would be the one not facing budget cuts.
Right?
It
One's probably trying
gets
to
the
stay
best
out.
of us. Budgetary
Seriously.
limitations and lack of effective equipment imposed by the Empire also acted as a factor to the shoddy attempts at repair, with DD-13HK speculating that the limitations may have been deliberately orchestrated by the Emperor in order to ensure Vader didn't rebel.
Wow.
He literally
Oh.
made
He
the suit
hamstrung
terrible.
Vader.
He hamstrung him.
Yeah.
We got a
That's
close
evil.
game here. Luke is at
That's evil.
9, Jesse's at 7, Seamus is at
This
6.
is good.
And we're up to question 25 of 30.
Mhm.
And that is, which of the following characters was a manager of the Toshi station in Anchorhead on Tatooine? Is it A, Derek Hobby Clivian? Is it B, Lays Fixer Lozomner? Is it C, Janik Tank Sunbur? Or is it D, Garrick Face Lauren? And we're starting with Seamus this time.
Oh god. Lays Fixer Lonnie Osner.
You're going
Lonnie
with
Osner.
B, Lays, Lonnie Osner.
He is
Okay,
Lonnie Osner.
Jesse.
Man, that's a good guess. But I want to be different. I'm gonna go with Garrick Face Lauron.
Garrick Face Lauren, D for Jesse. And Luke?
Luke's going with Hobby.
also known as Spider-Punk in the new Spider-Verse movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out, folks.
Good guess.
Dan, check it out, Dan. I
flick.
guess.
Good guess to get that plug in there. It
Good
is
flick.
Fixer. Seamus is correct.
Ah.
It is Lays Fixer
Tying it
Lousy
up.
Owner.
Nice.
Try to understand, Skywalker. You made it off this sand pile, but Carney and me are stuck here. We've got to get by as best we can. Lays Fixer Lonnie Zalmer to Luke Skywalker. Definitely said that.
Dang, Lays Fixer.
Lays
Like Luke
Fixer.
forgot where he came from, and he didn't help the people who needed him. You know, now that he got all that power.
26.
Really.
What is
True.
the name of Jabba the Hutt's little familiar? Is it A. Savage Opress, B. Droopy McCool, C. Salacious B. Crumb, or D. Beezer Fortuna? And these are all actual Star Wars names, but only one of them is the familiar. This is Jesse's turn
Nope.
to start.
Jesse.
I gotta go with. I think it's Salacious B. Crumb. I'll go with C.
Jesse's going C. Luke?
I felt that too, but I like the separation. We're gonna go with Beezer Fortuna.
Luke is going Beezer Fortuna. Seamus?
Beezer 12 watching dude.
There it is.
I was gonna go with Beezer as well.
You're going to go Beezer?
Yeah.
Jesse is correct. It's Salacious B.
Oh,
Crumb.
yeah. This one I
Nice.
knew. This one I knew 100%. He's the little rat guy. He goes.
Rat boy.
I only know Savage Opress, which is a ridiculous name.
That's a terrible name.
It's true.
Is it-
It's a real name.
Is
And
it
I think
brother-
I think you mentioned, I think you mentioned Droopy McCool in an earlier Jizz
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
That's right.
He was a member of the not Max Rebo, Ivar Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers.
Right.
He's
Jizz
the
Whalers.
Jizz Whaler.
He
He
was,
was on the
Jizz
Colgate
Whaler.
Hour?
Yeah.
The Jizz Whalers, not to be confused with Binks Whaling and Co.
No.
Yes.
Two
Different
completely
kind of
different.
whalers.
We have a
No
quote
whalers.
from Salacious Crumb here. No one closer to bloated one, no one. All day, every day. Hut say, Crumb, Salacious Crumb, he say, Salacious Crumb, make me laugh now or I eat you. Salacious Crumb, describing his employment.
That's right. Salacious B. Crumb.
Fun fact, Savage Opress is the brother of Darth Maul.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
It's one of the
Wow.
worst names in Star Wars.
Savage. Yes.
Truly awful.
he doesn't
Truly
live
no
long.
no creativity to that one.
Yeah. Call him like Evil Murderman or something.
We got a pod racer question, boys.
Ooh.
Which of the following pod racers had the best finish in the 32 BBY Boonta Eve Classic as seen in the Phantom Menace? Is it A. Rats Tyrell, B. Arc Bumpy Roos, C.
Actually,
Ben
no, that's-
Quadinaros, or D. Aldar Beto? And starting with Luke.
I'm gonna go with my boy Ben Quadinaros. I think that's the guy I played with in a pod racer game, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was a cool guy.
Luke is going C. Ben
He's got the
Quadinaros.
4 engines, I
The
think.
4 engines.
Yeah.
Seamus?
I think I've played that game once, and I believe you can play as Aldarbedo. Therefore, that is my answer.
That's Seamus's answer is D. Aldar Beto. And Jesse.
I gotta go with Arc Bumpy Roos. You don't get a nickname unless you've won a few championships.
That's good. That's a good
Yes.
point.
Unfortunately, it
Nickname's
is
Bump.
Aldar Beto. Seamus is back up.
Ah,
We got a 1-point game between all three
this
of
is
you here.
crazy.
Very close.
No.
Luke,
Every
Ben,
question counts, folks.
Luke remembered that Ben Quadinaros was in it. Unfortunately, he did not even start
He
because all
exploded,
4 of his
right?
engines flew off in 4 different directions because Arc Bumpy Roos sabotaged his pod.
See that? Oh my! It all connects.
Wow.
So we got a little description of the race here. On the eve of Boonta Race, many of the pilots had retired to Mon Espa's Poodoo Lounge to attend the Glimmick concert that racer and 2-time Boonta winner Bulls Roar was conducting. Sandage approached Beto while the latter was enjoying a drink and explained his predicament. Beto listened to the Devlik story, though Beto began to rebuke Sandage after the Devlik informed Beto about his knowledge of Borzu Nail. Sandage quickly offered a sum of 100,000 whoopee to eliminate Sebulba during the race.
Give me a fucking break.
Skywalker and Sebulba eventually became entangled in each other's pods, and Skywalker, upon accelerating to break off, totaled Sebulba. Beto managed to place third with a total time of 15 minutes, 52 seconds while Skywalker attained victory. Folks, it's good stuff. We love our Star Wars here.
Oh, that's man.
I
20.
think I
Go
read about Ben Corgineros' like his race, and they all only do pod races with 4 engines. Like it's a cultural thing to do 4 engines.
I think that's right in doing my research for this horrible
So
content.
did they change their name to match their pod style, or vice versa?
I think they probably all just had that last name.
Yeah,
Probably the
they just,
whole
like,
race had the same last name.
yeah.
Seems likely, like as likely as anything else. As likely as someone being offered 100,000 whoopee whoopee.
No.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
That's a lot.
So much money. Which of the following topics does not have a dedicated Wikipedia article? Is it
Oh.
A, breast, B, pancreas, C, penis, or D, testes?
Oh,
And
oh,
Seamus, you get to go off on this one.
it's gotta be breast. These
Seamus is
nerds.
saying
These
A,
nerds don't
A
even.
breast. Jesse?
Man, knowing these nerds, pancreas, it's the only like non-sexual one, so I gotta go pancreas.
Jesse thinks the nerds are all pervs. He's going with pancreas.
I
Luke?
think that too. I think pancreas is too real for them.
All right. Luke goes B. You are all incorrect. It
It's
is
testes,
actually
wasn't it?
penis. There are no penises in the Star Wars galaxy.
I do believe that
Canon.
we confirmed a Jedi that fucks, so there's some.
Yeah, but he
They did
fucks
say
his
how.
pancreas.
He fucks with his
He uses
pancreas.
the force. He uses the force to fuck.
Being hermaphroditic, the swamp slugs of Dagobah had both testes and ovaries located in the rear part of their bodies. That is
Very
directly
cool.
copied and pasted from Wikipedia for you guys.
That's too
Very cool.
Uh,
Good to know that.
29, 2 questions left, and then we get the bonus rounds, folks.
Bonus.
Which phrase would you need to utter to join the cult of the power droids? Is it A, beep boop beep boop, B, bug in the system, C, Wiut Wango Wayanga, or D, Gonk 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 Ko Kienga C? And we're starting with Jesse this time.
Oh, this is what you would need to say.
You need to utter the
droid.
phrase to join the cult of the power droids.
I think it's got to be Wii U Wango Wayanga. Just sounds good, man. Feels good to say.
Wango Wayanga for Jesse. Luke?
like 100%. It's got to be gonk, gonk, gonk. Like no, I have no doubt in my heart that this is the answer.
Luke is going D. Gonk, 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 ko, kayenga, C. Seamus?
Oh, those are both great answers.
Are they?
I think Wiut Wango Wayanga is an R2D2 quote. Oh man, bug in the system. I'll just,
Going
I'll
bug in the
be
system.
different. Let's see what happens.
That's not going to be correct, and Jesse knows that. It is correct. It is Luke. Gonk, 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 ko, kiyenga, C is
Should've
correct.
gone with Luke.
He's
Uh,
unimpeachable now.
There's
There's bonus rounds. Don't you let.
Okay.
There's bonus rounds, and they are structured in a rubber banding Mario Kart style.
so you like hurt each other with it?
Somewhat. So a duo of the droids would come to one's door and request funding for this religious fringe group. Advice from renowned linguist Eben Q3 Baobab was that one should merely utter the phrase gonk 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 ko kienga si, a highly controversial statement that was not allowed to be legally translated. See Baobab's Security Directive 51C.
Gonks are like those garbage
They're
droids,
those
right?
little garbage can droids, yeah, gonk
Yeah.
droids.
Oh.
I just the idea of them having like a cult is very funny.
All right, the last question. Which of the following does not exist in the Star Wars galaxy or have a Wikipedia page? Is it A, the most comfortable chair ever designed, a floating rocky pillow kept by Han Solo in his sky house on Bespin? Is it B, Zanama Sikot, a sentient planet that can jump through hyperspace? Is it C, Mount Soro, a sentient mountain that can cry tears of healing? Or is it D, Korodej, a sentient force-sensitive rock that trained under Yoda? And this is going to be Luke's turn to guess.
My God. So many dots. It's got to be the chair. That can't exist. They don't have chairs in Star Wars.
No chairs in Star Wars, folks, for Luke. Seamus?
I didn't think about it.
I think Mount Sorrow, a sentient mountain that can cry tears of healing, is a fantastic idea, and therefore I think it is not in the Star Wars galaxy.
Seamus is guessing C, and Jesse.
Yeah, I think it's the sentient planet. I think Xenomose got no.
No?
I don't think so.
Alright,
Yeah.
you are all wrong. Each of those three are a
It's
thing that
Korodej!
exists in Wikipedia. Korodej, the sentient force-sensitive rock, is the least probable of those in the Star Wars galaxy. I have a little
Oh.
descriptor on Mount Soro here. Mount Soro was a mountain on the forest moon of Endor. The tip of the mountain was in fact sentient and had the power to both blow people off the summit or cry tears of healing. Soro was a figure of legend in Ewok lore, albeit an obscure one, known only to the shamans and witch doctors of Endor. Sometime during the Imperial era, Mount Soro was able to cure budding poet Tebow of the perilous laughing spell, inherited from a loony bird in the Endor woods.
Incredible.
Yeah, that all sounds like Dr. Seuss.
You
Yeah.
all got it wrong. So, we've got 3 bonus questions. They're going to be in the format of Name 5, and you get half a point for each one that you can name.
Oh, no.
Okay.
They are in order of probably easiest to hardest, and we will start with the lowest score. Jesse and Seamus are tied right now, so I'm thinking we'll probably want to flip a coin to determine who starts. I don't trust you to flip that coin.
I got a coin right here. No, it's true.
We're gonna
Sure.
flip. We're gonna flip my old MBNA Choice Rewards Mastercard. Is it gonna be? We're gonna let.
Yeah, show that bad one on stream, and you're gonna flip it, so show both sides.
We'll show folks. There we go. Choice Rewards. And
James just sells his identity
there
out.
you go.
For the last 10
why-
minutes.
I'm gonna let Jesse call it. Do you want face up or down?
Face down, baby.
It is face down.
Those little middle numbers are heavy.
So Jesse will go first here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a timer. I'm gonna give you a minute and a half here.
Is this like Family Feud where you're listing things? Is that how this works?
I'm just basically gonna say, list 5. You've got a minute and a half to get 5. Don't
Okay.
cheat and look them up, but you can come up with it in the time that that you are allotted. And when I finish reading the question is when the timer will start. So Jesse is up first. Again, half a point for each correct answer you can provide. You know what? You're 2 back. We'll do full points. I want to make it interesting here. Full point for each one
Okay.
you can answer. All right.
I like it.
Name up to 5 Jedi. Go.
Luke Skywalker, Leia Skywalker, I believe they call her a Jedi, in the Last Jedi. Okay, Kyle Katarn, Yoda, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn,
He's got 5.
and what's the old one called? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's got 5. That
Oh,
was the
and
easiest
Yaddle.
one.
Don't forget Yaddle,
He's
the
got
female
Yaddle.
Yoda. But did I get 5 then?
Yeah, you got 5.
Okay.
I
I'll
would have
stop.
given you Leia Organa. She did train as a Jedi, but she was not a Skywalker. She wasn't named a Skywalker. in any
You're
way.
right.
You missed Kit Fisto, baby.
You did miss Kit Fisto.
Fisto, and I missed all the new ones too.
So that one, Jesse is up to 13 now. Luke has 10. Seamus has 8. So Seamus needs to get 5 here to tie Jesse and have a chance at winning.
Can Seamus say the same 5 or?
His question is different.
Oh, I see.
So
I was gonna get Kit Fisto for sure.
you were going to, but you also would have
And
just gotten
Samuel L.
the same
Jackson.
5 as Jesse. So
Okay.
Seamus, your question is, name up to 5 Star Wars planets.
Tatooine, Dagobah,
There's one
So-
that you guessed twice.
Yeah.
Naboo.
Naboo. Shouldn't
Um,
have given you a minute and a half. That's too much time.
no.
They should have made it. They should have made it 30
Let's
seconds.
give Luke. Let's give Luke 30 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds.
Luke's is
legit.
really hard, so I might give him more than a minute and a half.
Jesus.
You got 50 seconds.
Okay. Just need 2 more. Come on.
We've referenced so many during this quiz.
I know. I haven't been paying attention.
Jason's watching a different stream.
Calioris.
No, not accepting it.
Is it close?
It's kind of close to 2 different planets. 25 seconds.
Earth.
Earth
Hoth,
technically exists,
Hoth,
but I'm not going to accept
Hoth.
it. Hoth,
No.
yeah.
And
Come on, Jameis.
oh, that jungle planet Yoda's on.
You did Dagobah already.
Oh shit.
You got 5 seconds.
Cloud City.
2, 1. Oh, he's out of time! So Seamus gets to 12. He's 1 short of Jesse.
So, because I was in the lead, I get the hardest one and the least amount of time. That's what I'm understanding?
I'm
Yep.
going to give you 2 minutes.
Jesus, if it's gonna be super hard.
You know what?
I don't
No,
think,
I'm going to give you a minute and a half. You watch Clone Wars. You should be able to get some of these.
I don't think I need more time. I think either I know it or I don't.
You know it or you don't. That was very much the
Savage
case.
or
You need
Press?
3 to tie Jesse. You need 4 to beat him. If you tie him, I think we
Oh.
just do another playoff thing if we got time. All right, Luke, you need to name up to 5 non-sentient Star Wars species.
Nonsense.
Non-sentient.
Jesus Christ.
There is at
Brutal.
least 5 in the movies alone.
Fuck.
And
That's brutal.
we've talked about a few already.
That rock that was trained.
That was
That was
sentient.
fake. I made
That
that
was
up.
not real.
Oh my god. Non-sentient species. Mount Cry. Mount Sad.
That was sentient. That was the whole reason it was interesting.
Luke, think of the species one from
Don't
the.
help him.
No, he should help. This is a team effort.
It is.
Duro. That was a word
They were sentient. Duros is sentient.
Oh,
Ugnaught.
This is
Ugnaughts are
so-
sentient.
Ugnaughts are sentient.
okay.
This may have been too hard.
Non-sentient. Non-sentient.
Think movies. Think in the movies.
Movies, Geonosians, are they sentient?
Yeah.
Yes.
They built a
Ah.
freaking.
Droids.
Can you give
droids.
one as an example, James?
Okay, I'm going to restart the time here for Luke.
Yeah. I think
I
give
don't think
Luke.
Forecast can help.
I'm going to give you an example. The animals that the Sand People herd on Tatooine. The
Panda?
abominable
Panda?
snowman type monster that attacks Luke on Hoth.
Those aren't sentient?
No,
Tauntauns?
that,
Oh,
that would be
Jim.
one.
Do
Thanks.
you mean like just creatures that don't have like
Language?
advanced intelligence?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like creatures without
mean,
higher intelligence.
Yeah, like
from
why would
Star
you
Wars.
say cats are sentient?
Yes.
I think so.
Would you?
Are you
I think
thinking of
sentient
are you
is the
thinking
wrong
of the word
word here.
sapient?
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna
Sapient is-
restart.
I like that,
Yeah,
Jesse,
we're
that's
talking
Can we think?
we're talking
Okay.
like cat like instinctual. They're not thinking on a high level here. Like
Wildlife, I mean,
Joe
oh,
Rogan like animals.
You want me to name
Oh,
wildlife? I got it.
Ugnaughts.
Yeah. Star Wars wildlife.
Star Wars wildlife. We'll do that.
Okay. Loth cats, right? That's one?
I don't know.
Oh,
That was a Loth cat. But I'm gonna. All right, your time's starting now. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look up Loth
Loth
cats.
cat's
Is
a
that real?
thing. Yeah, Loth cat's one.
Fine.
Nice.
Fine. Magma monsters. Cloud beasts. I'm just naming stuff. I'm trying to get things. Space camels. Fucking that big monster that Luke fights in the third movie. Oh,
Oh
God.
yes.
In
It's
the
in the
pit.
pit, Luke. It's in
Oh,
the pit.
Sarlacc. Is it Sarlacc?
Sarlacc. That's 2. You're 1 short of
Okay.
Jesse. You're tied with Seamus. 50
God,
seconds.
Oh, Jesus. It's in the hut pit.
That was the Sarlacc.
No.
There's
Sarlacc.
another one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a basket pit.
Sandworm
That
thing.
Boba Fett falls into.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Nope. Okay. Just keep guessing, Luke. What else do we see? What are those little nerdy fucking animals in the new movies? Man, big eyes. Jamal
Yeah.
hates them.
I think I remember.
Oh, what
20,
those called?
20 seconds.
Oh god, I'm not gonna get. I don't know their name. Oh jeez. Ray Skywalker.
That's close. 10 seconds, Luke.
Something sisters.
Come
Evil
on, Luke.
sisters. Witch sisters.
Seamus said one before you haven't
I
got it.
did.
I know. I don't want to use Seamus's. That's like cheating. I know that
2
one.
seconds. 1.
Darth Vader.
No!
Ah!
That is
What's the thing in the pit? Starts B, right?
Rancor.
Rancor.
Rancor. So Banthas on Tatooine. Banthas.
Panthers, I remember, but again, Seamus said it. I didn't want to take that.
Tauntauns
I think-
and Wampas on Hoth.
I think we do another tiebreaker because Luke had limited options because he said a bunch.
That's true.
So I felt that wasn't fair to Luke.
Also, that
See,
one ended up being so
That was my
freaking
clever
difficult.
plan. Just take all the good answers.
So could we do some sort of like final round where we have to alternate naming things and then the first person to run out?
That's a
I
good
don't know.
idea.
A themey run. Yeah.
What kind
Well,
of
James can
what
play
can we
too.
name?
The names of the Ewoks would be a good one. There are only so
No.
many. No?
How?
I only know
Here's what
one.
we're gonna do. Just straight up characters.
Oh my god.
Keep
think
naming
about that.
until
Hell yeah.
until you can't name anymore.
That's
Hell yeah.
We're all at 13. We're tied. Winner gets 1 point. Breaks the tie. We will start with Seamus. Any
BB-8.
character.
BB-8.
BB-8.
C3PO.
R2D2.
And Solo.
What's his face? Yoda.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Kit Fisto.
Savage Opress.
Darth Maul.
Has Darth Vader been said yet?
Andor.
Oh, that's a hot one. Palpatine.
Princess Leia.
Mon Mothma.
Ha!
Shit.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Jabba the Hutt.
Okay.
Jar Jar Binks.
I don't know
Boba Fett.
how we're gonna keep track of who's been said.
Honor system.
Boba Fett. Seamus?
How long do I have?
I'm gonna set
That's
the,
too-
I'm gonna
that's too
set the
long
clock
already.
to 10 seconds, and I will give
Yeah.
you.
Oh, it's too much pressure.
But like
Fine.
I'll give you like 15 seconds before I start it, and I'll let you know when it's.
Okay,
started.
okay. I got you.
But I think you're at the point where.
So 25 seconds.
Well,
I just don't want to reset it
I'm
every.
blanking out.
Oh yeah. you
45
know.
seconds.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Yep, that counts. Django Fett.
Din Djarin. Which is the Mandalorian, if that's unclear.
Cool.
What's that guy's name? He's
10 seconds.
oh,
It's 5 seconds. There's
Think of all the movies.
every single one. Seamus,
I'm
you're out of time. I don't think anyone's done Luke yet.
Oh, shit. Well, that was impossible to know. So,
Okay,
Oh.
we're down to 2.
Finn.
Finn.
He's a new one.
Ray.
Mace Windu.
Kylo Ren.
Yaddle.
Old man beard. Old man Count Dooku.
we're getting down to about 15 seconds left on every guest now.
Oh shit! I had one, but it's gone. The guy that Donald Glover played.
10 seconds.
Lando.
Lando.
Oh, That's good. IG-88.
Is that one?
Droids are acceptable.
I don't think anyone said Han Solo yet, right?
Yeah,
I
Han
did.
Solo was said.
You did? Give me another chance.
15.
Ooh, Tarkin. No one said Tarkin yet,
Tarkin's,
right?
Luke said Tarkin.
I did.
What?
8
All right,
seconds.
that's a chance. I forfeit. Luke wins. I
Luke.
couldn't think of a new one.
I had Chewbacca in my back chamber.
Oh, nobody picked Chewbacca.
Trying to think of
Damn it! I didn't even say Wicket. That was dude.
Yeah, Wicket. You love Wicket.
Can't
Limp
believe
Wicket.
it. Limp Wicket.
all the pod racers. I could have said any pod
Any
racer.
pod
Not
racer.
the Bulba.
There's legitimately millions of characters.
Boss Nass. I could have said Boss Nass.
Boss
Oh, that's
Nass.
good.
You could have said Jar
Oh,
Jar.
Droopy McCool.
I would
Well,
have
Luke
said Jar Jar's
McCool.
father, Ivar Orbis.
Oh,
I could have said Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker. Any of the galactic
Well-
jizz whalers.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I appreciate that now you've made me mail this little freaking Ziploc to Toronto.
Well, yeah.
Unless Luke's coming to Winnipeg soon, then you can take it in your freaking carry
I could leave it in the airport tomorrow.
I am coming back for Fringe Festival, so if you want to hold on to it till then,
I will hold on to it, and we'll get you your prize at the Fringe Festival, Luke.
unbelievable.
Boys, this has been
Well,
fun.
I'm glad you won, Luke. You won the quiz, so I'm glad you won in the overtime.
It's true. Luke did. Luke,
Yeah.
and he was way behind. It was a big comeback win.
Yeah, I was up by 4, and then I just tanked.
I'm actually more impressed with Seamus. Like,
Yeah.
he had 0 for so long, then you like skyrocketed.
We got
Yeah.
we
Luke
got to the
skyrocketed.
Darth Vader reconstruction questions, and he just
Yeah,
just lit
those
it up.
Those were familiar to me.
Yeah, I really started whiffing it in the back half.
Oh,
It was
That was
very
pretty fun.
it was front loaded with Jesse themed questions,
Alf question.
Alf questions, and the,
Yeah,
and
front loaded
the
with one.
Jedi Outcast questions.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that was fun, James.
Yeah.
Good
Very
times.
good.
Well deserved, Luke.
Thanks
Good job,
for
buddy.
playing, boys. Good job,
I hope-
Luke.
I hope
Folks,
Thank you to our listeners and our watchers.
thank you, folks. We're gonna end the stream. It's been a good time. I'm glad that the only one who chatted was Seamus, sending one chat that said "Welcome to the chat room," and no one else engaged in any meaningful way. But we appreciate you being here, anyways. We'll upload this to YouTube. I've been recording it. We'll upload it to YouTube.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Shit
good.
out there. Make
Really
sure-
want this permanently out
Make
there.
sure the world can see it.
I
No one will
want
be able to get to it through all of the little Halo clips that are
Yeah, my Halo.
littering his YouTube channel.
people need to
All
know
right,
that
boys.
a
I
Jedi-
gotta get ready to go.
Sounds good.
Take care.
Guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, bye.